Iran's assassinated General Qasem Soleimani and also names Iran's top nuclear scientist who was killed, calling them martyrs.
Top sleuths of the Delhi police, along with NSG and NIA, are currently probing the blast outside Israel embassy that took place last evening and sparked scare in the national capital's VIP zone. While the blast was of low intensity, causing minor damage to some vehicles, the big question really here is, could this be a prelude to a bigger conspiracy? Here's a detailed report.
A small blast, few windshields shattered near the Israeli embassy, but the echoes were felt as far as Israel. A day after the minor explosion, the special cell of Delhi police, forensic experts, NSG and NIA sleuths are trying to piece together the evidence to nab the perpetrators. On your screens is the exact spot where the Friday's blast took place. These are the remnants of the IED, which appears to be a tin material.
हम इस वक्त इजराइल एम्बेसी के ठीक बाहर हैं और आप देख सकते हैं दिल्ली पुलिस के अधिकारी यहाँ से तमाम चीजें लेकर के जा रहे हैं। जो वो सबूत हैं यहाँ से जो इकट्ठा किए गए हैं उनका बॉक्स लेकर के जा रहे हैं जिससे कि आगे इसकी जांच की जा सके। ये पूरी किट है जो लेकर के आए थे और यहाँ तमाम ऐसी चीजें कलेक्ट की गई हैं जो बेहद इंपॉर्टेंट हो सकती हैं इस पूरी जांच में।
Cops have also recovered a letter addressed to the Israeli ambassador from the site of the blast, calling it just a trailer. The letter mentions the name of Iran's assassinated General Qasem Soleimani and also names Iran's top nuclear scientist who was killed, calling them martyrs.
With Iran's name cropping up in the investigation, the probe agencies are moving very cautiously. The Delhi police has sought details of all the persons who have entered in India in last 1 month, specifically from Iran and Middle East countries.
With Iran's name cropping up in the probe agencies are working cautiously. Delhi police is collecting data of all Iranians residing in the capital. Israel has called the attack an act of terror and its intelligence agency Mossad will soon join the probe in Delhi.
We refer to it as a terror attack, and we take all the precautions and, of course, the necessities that we need in this kind of event. So we refer to it as a terror attack. Yes.
Meanwhile, an unknown and unheard organization, Jaish-ul-Hind, has claimed the responsibility for the blast. The cops are probing the Telegram chat in which the group claims that it is just the beginning of a series of attacks in the country. While the probe is gathering steam, the incident clearly shows once again that how terror remains an ever-present danger, keeping our security establishments on its toes. With Geeta Mohan, Shivendra Srivastav and Munish Pandey, Bureau Report, India Today.
Following the blast outside Israel's embassy in Delhi and a letter threatening more attacks, security has now been beefed up across the country. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar spoke to his Israeli counterpart, assured him of fullest protection to the Jewish nationals and diplomats and its mission. Let's take a look.
Low-intensity blast near the Israel embassy in Delhi on Friday has triggered heavy security deployment across airports and VIP areas across the country. Mumbai police has beefed up security around Israeli and Jewish installations in the city.
We are present outside Chabad House in Mumbai. As you know, in 2008, 26/11 attacks, this was one of the places where terrorists had attacked. Here, senior officials have checked the security with the dog squad and the bomb squad. Right now also you can see how the Mumbai police officials are present over here. Also, the combat vehicle of Mumbai police is deployed over here. There are also several other Jewish stalls in Mumbai. All over, the security checks are being done.
An alert has also been issued at all airports and important installations and government buildings in the national capital.
हम इस वक्त दिल्ली के IGI एयरपोर्ट पर हैं, जहां हर रोज हजारों की तादाद में लोग आते हैं जाते हैं। स्पेशल रूप से यहां पर इसलिए भी ताकीद किया गया है, निर्देश दिया गया है कि हर आने जाने वाले पैसेंजर को ध्यान रखें, क्योंकि संदेह ये है कि हो सकता है इस ब्लास्ट के पीछे किसी बाहर के आदमी का हाथ हो और इस घटना के बाद वो फरार होने की फिराक में हो। इसमें ईरान और पाकिस्तान से जाने वाली फ्लाइट्स और वहां के आने वाले नागरिकों पर विशेष रूप से नजर रखी जाने के लिए बात कही गई।
High alert has been sounded in various other cities. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has assured his Israeli counterpart of the fullest protection. Home Minister Amit Shah even cancelled his weekend Bengal tour and is in constant touch with senior Delhi police officials, monitoring the situation closely. Bureau Report, India Today.
My colleague Geeta Mohan spoke with the Israel ambassador in India, Dr. Ron Malka. Let's take a listen what he had to say.
Well, Ambassador Malka, this is a serious incident. We know that there are serious implications to what really happened. What are the kind of engagements that we're seeing between India and Israel when it comes to this incident?
Well, as usual, we have very good cooperation. We get all the support that we need from the Indian authorities. Yesterday, after the blast, the Minister of External Affairs, the Foreign Minister, the NSA called their counterparts in Israel to show their support and offer their help, of course. So we are working together, and eventually we will find out who did that.
Well, in terms of the investigations, we know that these are early stages. Not much can be discussed about it. But what are the what's the kind of cooperation between the mission, your mission, and the Delhi police authorities who were first to arrive on the spot?
Well, of course, we are sharing all the information that we have, discussing, trying to understand, and just to collaborate on this investigation. As you mentioned, it's not the time to share details. But we are working very well together.
And has there been real-time intelligence sharing between India and Israel on the same front?
Yes. As I said, there's a very good cooperation. Of course, we share not only information, practices, so we are working very well together. That's what brings it to a very high quality of security support that we get here.
Is Israel calling this a terror incident? We've heard reports yesterday that they are calling this a terror incident. Is this a terror incident? Also reports coming in that investigators could come down to New Delhi to investigate the entire matter.
Yes, this is the assumption as of now. We refer to it as a terror attack, and we take all the precautions and, of course, the necessities that we need in this kind of event. So we refer to it as a terror attack.
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi reached out to farmers as he addressed the all-party meet to discuss the agenda for the budget session. The Prime Minister said that the offer made to farmers to suspend laws temporarily still stands and that the government was just a call away. He also appealed to the opposition parties to ensure the House functions smoothly.